Hi and welcome, I'm John and this is Unique Game Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a painting video. In this video I'll just take a model and paint it. Now we do have the Monday painting video, which is voted on by you guys, but every so often I'll just take a model and paint it. So this is what this is. So sit back, relax. For all my regulars here guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I have this amazing model, this amazing sculpt, 3D printed. I'm going to run him as a deceiver for my Necron Army, and I thought, why not get him painted up? So the first thing I'm going to start with is some Euphron Grey, and what I'm going to do with this Euphron Grey is I'm going to get all of his skin. So he does have some exposed skin. I'm going to get all that. There's no battle report this week, so it's just going to be for me to try and get as much stuff built and painted as possible, because Mark's on holiday this week, so he's not going to be able to come over for a game. So I'm going to crack on with the rest of the skin without knocking the camera. So now, as where we're at so far, now I'm going to come in with Festering Blue. This is a dark blue. It's an old paint, but the reason I'm going to come with this is because when it dries, it looks like a really dark, horrible blue, which is lovely. So I'm going to just come in and just get all of his robes. I'm not going to discriminate against any part of the robe at the moment. I'm just going to paint it all. This is one of those weird colours that they used to make. That goes on like this, but as it dries, it goes really dark. Now some of you might look at that and go, that looks like Ultramarines blue, or McCrag blue, I think it's called now. But it looks as similar when it goes on, but it is totally different once it dries. So I'm going to go off camera and just clear the rest of this. So here's where we're at now. As you can already see, it's still a bit shiny, it's a little bit wet, but you can see how dark it's getting. That it really dulls itself down really nice. Now I'm going to come in with some Eldari Emerald contrast paint. So you're going to say, what the hell's this guy up to now? I'm going to put this all over the skin and his face and all that sort of stuff. Some of you are going to go, what the hell's this crazy man up to? Everything I painted with Euphron Grey, I'm going to paint now with Eldari Emerald. There is a special reason for this. Those of you that saw the Void Dragon being painted up, you will know what's coming next. Those of you who have seen the channel for the first time, prepare to be blown away. I'm going to go off camera and make sure that I've got every single part of him. Right, now I'm going to come in with some Rune Lord Brass. It's a base paint. And what I'm going to catch with this is his blade and the hilt of his weapon. So here's how his weapon looks. Now Rune Brass is a lovely colour as well, because when you put it on, it's quite bright, as you can see on this part of the blade. But as you drive it away, it goes a bit silvery, browny colour. It's actually a lovely colour. It's a lovely metallic colour. So what I need to do is just wait a few more minutes. Contrast paint's near enough dry. What I'm going to do now, well, I wouldn't put this model on the table like that. There's still a few more things I would do to it, but you could ignore the Aeldari Emerald skin, because you could do a different kind of skin. But I guarantee you, when I show you what I'm going to do to skin, you're going to follow the same sort of way. Maybe not with Aeldari Emerald. You might use a different colour, but you will follow the same sort of pattern. I'm going to come in with some Lothern Blue. So what I'm saying is, basically this is battle ready. Okay, you can put it on table. For those of you who don't know what it means, you put it on table where you go. But I take it beyond battle ready standard. Now, I'm saying that now because the next stages, after the next stages, there's not really anything else I could do to it to take it even further. But I'm going to start with some Lothern Blue. So I brush some off onto the tissue. And now I'm going to dry brush areas that I want, well, pretty much all the rough areas. Give it a different type of shade on that blue. The sculpt is the STL file for this is on Colts 3D, and it is actually undead something or other, undead something. But it's in the Necron section of it, and it's on the undead section of it as well. We come over again to hit some of the same areas again to give it a bit more brightness here and there. Get his muscles on his chest, so they redefine out. We hit the top of his hood as well, the back of his hood. And you take note that I've ignored these pieces because these are going to have a different type of blue on them. And leave that to dry for a few minutes. Right, so now I'm going to bring the other blue in. Imric Blue. It's a dry paint. I used this on yesterday's video on the Changeling. Those of you who have never used dry paint before, that's what it looks like. It looks really weird. It looks more like a paste, but it's not actually a paste. It's push it in, it moves around as normal. Yeah. And I'm going to put some on my brush, put some on some tissue, and I am going to come in and I'm going to get all of these edges like this. To make that really pop off. So I'm sort of dry brushing, but I'm sort of dry brush edge highlighting type thing. That's the look I want to get on them. And so I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of these dangly road parts. Now I'm going to come in with some Stormhost Silver. This is where the magic begins now, guys. So what I'm going to do is take some on the brush, on the tissue, and I'm going to dry brush all of the skin. I'm going to get the weapon as well. It gives me that lovely edge. Now I don't want to get every single bit of the green, but I do want to get a good bit of it. This is really going to make the skin look amazing. Now if you've seen my Void Dragon video, you'll know how this looks at the end. I think that looks absolutely amazing. It's really that chest part going down his body. Looks fantastic. And the last thing I'm going to come with is some Army Painter's Banshee Brown. I do like this colour. I like the way it looks. I like the way it dries off the model. I take some of my brush onto the tissue, and I'm going to just gently give it a dry brush over. I don't want to hit the skin at this point. I just want to get the robes, the bits coming down. Such an amazing colour. I absolutely love it. And there we have one Catan shard ready for the table, or should I say one deceiver ready for the table. Absolutely love that. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. Any comments or anything about this model, chuck them below as always, guys. I'll bring you down and show you some pretty pictures. But until next time, thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me. Take it easy.